There we go,
This scene
Decoy
from San
voice.
Diego
They are
doesn't
out of
even look
control.
like America anymore, but it's exactly what I voted for, as ICE conducted a surprise raid on a restaurant in San Diego, with the residents getting very upset. Even trying to block the cop's car.
Wow. Great.
That might be like pepper spray can. Right. Like disperse people away from the area.
Loud bangs and smoke filled the air as
because they're trying to
exploded
stop
on the
the
streets of South Park. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement
because they're,
agents
like,
using
stopping the
devices
car.
to scatter the crowd of people blocking their cars and cussing at agents. General Manager Renato Amatrano says agents provided a warrant and scanned everyone's IDs. He believes 3 employees could not provide identification and were taken away.
So contrary to what they want you to think, they aren't just shaking down random brown people in the streets. It seems they're going after specific criminals that haven't turned themselves in, then collecting anybody also undocumented that they discover collaterally. But this also exposes their boss for knowingly employing them and potentially others, as the Trump administration has already handed out millions of dollars of fines for. So someone with a warrant could have used the CBP app to self-deport, get a free ride home, and receive
they
$1,000.
repurposed the
Instead,
apps. If
they'll
you
send a
wanted
couple
to
of their friends home
write
with them.
self-deport,
But when the local
you
news
could
outlets
get
report
a
on
fee
it, the outrage only
for
seemed to face
self-deporting.
ICE,
And then you
as
could
they
come
call
back
it,
into
naval and military
right. You
tactical
could come back
gear,
at a later
playing like
date
they're in
too.
Afghanistan, just
But if you
throwing
don't
people on a nice
write
Friday,
self-deport, you
although they
could
did
get
indeed
caught with
detain 2
not
of the
being able
workers,
to
and the
get back
restaurant
into
couldn't
the
open
country
for dinner
later.
after.
So
So
it's
maybe
like,
there was a
take
reason
your
they went after that
choice.
specific restaurant, but they conveniently made that the smallest part of their report. So now more of these fools are contributing to the problem.
Just listened to the ICE raid in San Diego at the Italian restaurant, where they took the manager and the
Hey,
workers,
Mambo,
and the people stepped
Mambo
up and
Italiano,
surrounded
hey,
ICE, which was
Mambo.
great because they
Mambo
did not show a
Italiano,
warrant to anybody.
Mambo.
General Manager Renato Amatrano says agents provided a warrant and scanned everyone's IDs.
Got me thinking, we need to start carrying wire cutters, a pair of wire cutters in our pocket.
What?
Doesn't take up much room. Yeah, you could use them for zip ties, but you can also use them for valve stems.
Don't
tires.
follow what he says. That's super
I really believe
illegal.
he thinks he's some sort of crafty freedom fighter, but I'm pretty certain he just committed a felony. As hyper-left Reddit also went in on the situation, writing long mod posts complaining about how many resources went into this, saying, if it can happen
whenever
to us,
streamers
it can
tell
happen
you to
you.
do something
Again,
illegal,
more
don't do
fear-mongering,
that.
Trying to rally their base into
Whenever
action,
someone
as
tells
there
you
were
to
plenty
do
of
something
posts
on the
thanking
internet
people
to do
blocking the
something
cops,
illegal,
but
don't
then
do
an
that.
awful lot of
Not a
body
good idea.
shaming, talking about them being the Navy SEALs, which is rich coming from Reddit, as they're likely singling out this specific copper, who is admittedly large, but more of a lineman build than anything. As if I was assembling a squad, I'd take him over any of these kids screeching with their phones out. Just because the police show restraint doesn't mean they're afraid, but now they're pounding on their chests as if they actually accomplish anything.
These
other
guys
than
are showing
increasing the
as
amount
much
of police
restraint as they
resources
can.
that will be spent on the next raid. As all across the country, work sites
Yeah,
like
I
the one
saw
in
this
Florida are being raided as well. With the local Florida outlets doing montages of women crying.
Correa could not
Yeah,
hold back her pain.
I think we saw this one not too long ago too.
She screams injustice after her husband was placed on an expedited deportation order after showing up to his immigration check-in in Miami. Immigration court attorney Antonio Ramos tells us this is now the new normal.
Ramos.
What I have been seeing is, out of the few people, most of them, they have crimes, previous crimes.
Where this man's wife also got detained, which is an incredibly sad scene.
Let me guess, she had a crime. Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
kinda
there was a
deranged how Twitter users shoved the camera in the husband's face, with Reddit highlighting how the kid was crying. They really think if we see something sad enough,
Yeah, I mean,
the country's just
that's
gonna
not our
forget it has
problem.
laws. But after the Maryland man fiasco turning out to be a dangerous gang member, the general public doesn't know what to believe anymore. And the
Correct.
montages
I
of
mean, that's
crying
what
families
happens
just
when
feels
you
manipulative.
right
As
when you
this
do
is the
that
same
manipulative
exact ploy
shit.
they tried to use back in 2019 when they cried outside empty
I mean, this
cages
is
in a
what the
white suit,
politician
but said
wants.
absolutely
Politicians
nothing
want,
about the
right?
hundreds
A
of
low
thousands
trust
of missing
society,
kids
and you
during
got
the
it.
Biden administration, where even when the reporting tried to
You got
downplay
no,
the story,
you got
they
people
admitted the
fucking
missing
not
kids are
understand,
at
right?
risk. They just can't
Literally,
suggest that all the missing kids are in danger.
not
So
even
good to know
taking
they
the
have a certain
information. They think
percentage
it's
of
fake.
acceptable losses
That's why they
that
don't trust
only
you
exists when
fucking
Trump
people
isn't in
anymore.
office. But now that he is, once he tries to fix it, places like New York City will also try to block
Yeah.
ICE.
Yeah. You also had some people like praying in front of like buses and stuff when it's like, dude, what are you guys doing? Yeah, they're literally like blocking like public
And in
ways.
Boston, people are bragging about stopping them on social media.
Remember, you are the major power in your community. If you show up with people you trust quickly, you can protect kids, you can protect families. So form information networks, know where ICE is in your community, and show up. They will just leave. They are not
That's not
brave
true.
enough to steal kids when an entire
They don't even go after the
comes around to
kids.
protect them.
Not even aware who they are protecting.
ICE says they were surveilling a murderer's home in their car when a crowd surrounded their vehicle, blew their cover, and they had to pull off the target. Again, a murderer.
Wow. This is when identity politics gets dangerous. Assuming police are always bad and their targets are always good is something only criminals and people that blissfully think they'll never be victimized will believe. So where exactly are they getting this idiotic ideology? From their political leaders, like this Tennessee state representative.
This is great. We've
Yeah,
got
I
a
mean,
girl
just look at
squad and
AOC.
we're bullying the ICE vehicles
Same with
and
the
troopers.
right
So this is
Ilhan
like-
Omar.
this
Right,
is
some
the
of these
way.
people have said some fucking dumb shit.
Your favorite blonde state rep. So they're probably running our information.
Tiffany Henyard,
But
Letitia
even Congress
James.
people in New Jersey
Right, these
are doing the
congressmen
same,
who try,
where
or
apparently she even
congressmen and
shoved
women
an
who
ICE
tried to
officer,
storm
but
the
now
fucking
is being
ICE
charged for
facility.
assault. And even Congressman Nadler's staffer was seen being arrested for allegedly harboring someone. So I really wonder
nice.
how long they'll gleefully display their
They
defiance
were
when
hiring
their friends
a
all start getting
fucking
jail
fugitive.
sentences.
Nice.
As it sounds scary that this administration would start throwing politicians in prison, but they brought it upon themselves when they
Yeah, I
actually
mean, when
convicted
you start
Trump
doing
of
criminal
several
activity like
felonies.
that, yeah,
But
I
why
mean,
exactly are they
you're
so
not
desperately
immune,
defending
sorry.
this, knowing the majority of Americans voted for Trump specifically for his border policies? As Congress and
Yeah, I
Ferguson
feel like
shows
these people are trying to be like, yeah, I have immunity to do illegal activity and fraud, right? Be fraudulent and embezzle money and make people my slaves.
it's probably money.
California figured this out, that they can force the federal government to spend $9 for every $1 that it spends, and they're using it to launder money. They raise taxes on managed care companies, the companies that are providing Medicaid. So they go to these companies and say, we're going to tax you, but don't worry, we're going to give you all of the money that we just taxed you right back. And we're going to pull down federal dollars, and that'll let us have more money so that we can spend it on expanding the population for Medicaid and spend it on illegal immigrants. In fact, is spending more money in federal dollars in California that we send in federal dollars than the entire state of Florida spends in 1 year in their entire annual budget.
I'm starting to see a common theme here. Once the Democrats find an issue that the masses have more emotions about than they have knowledge about, they frame themselves as the only solution, taking unlimited amounts of tax dollars for themselves
all these people are
without
fucking
ever
retarded.
solving the issue. Now apply that same equation
They're
to
like,
green
oh yeah, we
initiatives,
know how to fix the
education,
problem. Don't actually know how to
overseas
fix the
conflicts,
problem.
and now
Get
immigration,
brought out with the
and
solution.
suddenly
Oh,
their
you guys know how to
inconsistent
fix the
ethics all
problem.
start
Oh,
to make
good, thank
sense.
you.
Don't
help
doom
us.
scroll on social media all day when you have my concise, bite-order
me take
commentary
all
on
the
the
credit.
tragic
Now help
status
us.
that is today's reality,
It's like,
so
Jesus
subscribe
Christ.
to Decoy Voice.
Dude, there you go, Decoy Voice. Thanks for watching. He's got a lot of other stuff too if you want to take a look. Right. Just like everyone else that's been in all the YouTube videos. Take a look at all their content. All the information is there.